Hello! We have done integration of access control system Sigur with Suprema facial recognition and fingerprint recognition terminals. Let's see what the integration is all about, what feature it provides, how to configure it, and in what cases it can be convenient. In short, it is now possible to add Suprema terminals to Sigur. Sigur sees them as biometric readers. The database of faces, fingers, and badges are synchronized automatically. The terminals perform the identification. All information about the passages will be transmitted from the terminal to the controller in the access control system. Let's see what actions are necessary to make everything work. Let's start with the connection. We have several terminals available. We have FaceStation F2, BioEntry W2, and BioStation 3. Let's look at the first one. Here is Suprema FaceStation F2 terminal. It has a Wiegand output for communication with the controller and Ethernet for communication with the server. Let's connect the terminal to the controller. According to the password, this terminal requires 12 voltage and 2.5 amperes, so we will use a separate power supply block. Connect the black wire to the ground, the green wire to data 0, and the white wire to data 1 according to Wiegand connection. Let's connect the device to local network. Let's make internal settings of the terminal. It can be done through its interface, but we use Suprema BioStart 2 software. BioStart 2, BioStart 2 settings. Make sure that the BioStart 2 services are in the running status. If necessary, click the Start button to start them. In the web interface, go to the Devices tab, search for, and add the Suprema device. Click on the device to proceed to the configuration. You need to do the following. Set a static IP address for the device. In Authentication card type block, set the card reading order. CSN card enabled. Format type Wiegand. Wiegand format 26-bit. Byte order LSB. Next, in the advanced Wiegand block, configure Wiegand output of the device. Wiegand set output. Wiegand output format 26-bit. Save the settings by clicking the Apply button at the bottom of the page. After completing the device configuration, you need to stop the BioStart 2 services for the integration to work correctly. If you previously have stopped the Suprema Device Gateway service, please start it. In order for integration to work, you need to download and install Suprema Device Gateway service and the integration service. For the first one, we have developed our own installer that allows you to quickly and easily install the required component. Accept the Suprema license agreement, select the installation path, and generate user certificate. In the command line, you need to enter the values for each certificate attribute. You can use the same information for both certificates. At the step with the question More IPv4 address, you need to specify all external IP addresses or domain names by which the connection to Suprema device will occur. For example, from the server of Sigur. Next, you need to download the integration service, which is an archive. Unzip the downloaded archive into the server directory contained in the folder Sigur software installation. See Program Files x88, Sigur Access Management Server. A folder should appear in the server directory Suprema Servers. Now let's go to the software. Launch Server module and open the Server Management software. In the Server Management software, go to the Database tab. In the current database server, click the Parameters button. In the window that opens, click the Binary Logs button. Enable it, leaving the default parameters values. Save by settings by clicking OK. Restart the server module and the database server using Stop-Start buttons on the Status tab of the Server Management software. For the terminals to work correctly, a license is required. A license is required to connect the Suprema biometric device to Sigur access control system. Suprema devices will be licensed based on the amount of connected biometric devices. Load the license and start the configuration. If a license to connect terminals is missing, or has expired, or was purchased for fewer terminals than added to the system, a message will appear about exceeding the license restrictions. Let's go to the tab File, Settings, Biometrics, and enable usage of Suprema terminals. You will need to specify the path to the root certificate. The path to the root certificate of Suprema Device Gateway Service. By default, that's C, Program Files, Suprema Device Gateway Service, cert CA, which was installed during the installation of Device Gateway. Note that there is also a checkbox for automatic generation of credentials. If you plan to use terminals for identification only by biometric characteristic, you enable it and then you add a photo or fingerprint. Everything will work immediately because the credential will be generated automatically. Now go to the Access Point tab and Biometric subtab. Let's add the reader of Suprema terminal type. After entering the appropriate credentials, all people who have access to this access point will start loading from access control system to the terminal, and an event will be appeared on the monitoring tab. Connection with the terminal is established. When adding a device, Sigur server will synchronize the time to Suprema terminal. If communication with the terminal is lost, information about this also appears on the monitoring tab. Let's take a look at the user list on the device itself. As we can see, we have loaded to the terminal the users, its card and its photos. There is a nuance. Here only cards with a pass number in vegan26 format and loaded into the terminal only there. If you want to add a fingerprint to a card holder, go to Card Holders tab, select Add Fingerprint, select the device to capture. Next, the terminal screen will display information about the necessary to put a finger to form a biometric template. Once the finger has been held up, a biometric template will be collected and the information about it appears in Sigur. If no credentials, cards numbers have been added before, a new badge number to match the fingerprint will be generated automatically. The system supports up to 10 fingerprints. Let's make sure we have access. Finger put to the scanner, access granted. Event on the monitoring tab in Sigur software. The terminal has let us through. Let's see what the event we got on the monitoring tab. Access is allowed, the passage is registered. Object then is hidden. In the event, we can view access point on which identification occurred and access object. If face access is required, photo can be added to Sigur software by uploading from file, or photo can be taken using a web camera. Then biometric template will be automatically generated and sent to the terminal with access. Let's change the method of identification on Suprema's device. Select only face access. Go to Settings, Authentication Mode, and select Access only through face. The result of successful face recognition is displayed in Sigur. Note that the recognition itself takes place on the terminals and doesn't require any special server capacity. Let's check how the terminal will react to a person with a banned access or expired validity period of credential. As you can see, the alarm messages are highlighted in red. And if terminal has recognized a person, the access to access control system will be denied to him. All these events can be viewed in the archive and the report can be generated. Access can be granted not only for employees but also for visitors. Let's go to the Application tab and create a visit request without any approval. Let's go right now to Guest tab and we can link this visitor with a visitor card and add a photo or fingerprint to this visitor. Let's add a photo. After adding, we will try to pass. In face-only access mode, the visitor was able to pass and we have information about it on the monitoring tab and on the archive. We have reviewed the main features of Sigur integration with Suprema terminals, configured it, and check how it works. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye. See you soon.